I just wanted to start off by saying that intercultural communication is the verbal and the nonverbal communication between people of different cultures.
90 Day Fiancé is a show built around the concept of long-distance relationships and being brought together. However, there is a catch. To unite these relationships, the couples must grant a U.S. visa, in which they have 90 days to stay in the country. Hence, they have 90 days to get married before they're sent back to their home. This show focuses on the complexities within these relationships and gives an inside scoop as to how these couples are initiating and reacting to each other's cultural backgrounds. The three couples we plan to analyze are Ed and Rose, Usman and Lisa, and Michael and Juliana. Since interpersonal communication revolves around the social life of us humans, it is an important concept to understand, especially in this class. Taking it one step further, intercultural communication is centered around cultural and other barriers, which we will touch on as well.
Relationships are centered around three major factors: attraction, similarity, and proximity. By using this show, we are essentially removing one of the major factors, proximity, to analyze how these couples function in day-to-day life. We will focus on intercultural communication, as well as social exchange theory, uncertainty reduction theory, relational dialectical theory, and anxiety uncertainty management theory.
So my couple for 90 Day Fiancé is Ed and Rose. Ed is from San Diego and Rose is from the Philippines, and they met online. Not only is there a big cultural difference between Ed and Rose, there is also a large age gap of 31 years. From the culture difference and the age difference, there was conflict. The first of the conflict was money problems. Rose's sister owns a merchant store that wasn't doing well and asked Ed for money before Rose and him even met. From the start, this put Ed on edge. The second day that Ed and Rose were together, they went shopping, and while they were shopping, Rose would take money out of Ed's wallet, and then while paying for something with Ed's money, Rose would often just tell the vendor to keep the change. And this gave Ed the impression that Rose is in it with her sister and just wants his money. Now the cultural differences. There's money. Family is a very important aspect in the Philippines culture. And Rose came in with the expectation that if they got married, then they would have kids. Ed being older, 54 years old, he did not want to have kids even if they did get married. And Rose took this to offense and did not like the fact that Ed did not want to have kids. Next, Ed thought Rose's breath smelled bad. So Ed gave Rose a toothbrush and mouthwash one time as a gift. This embarrassed Rose, and there was further conflict that was brought from this. And here is a video of that.
This is from my stomach, not my teeth.
Oh.
I have an ulcer, you know.
Oh, you have an ulcer?
Yeah.
This is the first time you're telling me you have an ulcer?
I always toothbrush.
Okay. So now you tell me, I understand. From my heart, I care about you.
I know. I'm so exalted that I want to give a punch to Ed and I feel embarrassed. I think Ed is a rude person. If Ed truly love me, kailangan na lang tanggapin ni Ed kung ano ko.
So notice how Ed said, this is the first time you're telling me I had an ulcer or that you had an ulcer. This could be a further issue from the culture barrier. Rose doesn't speak very good English, so maybe she'd have a hard time trying to send the message across. And next, Ed asked Rose to shave her legs because in America it is normal for women to shave their legs. In the Philippines, they're very non-confrontational, meaning they won't tell you you need to shave or you don't look good in a shirt. Guys don't tell offensive or unpleasant things to girls. So when Ed confronted Rose about these things, Rose took more offense than what Ed was expecting because where she's from, women don't get told to shave or that their breath smells bad or that they don't look good in a shirt. So here is a video of Ed telling Rose that she needs to shave.
Deal.
What?
Don't be mad at me, but last night when I noticed that your legs were kind of like mine, they were hairy.
What?
Yeah. So I'll make you do it. If you shave your legs, I'll shave my beard.
Why? They shaved my legs.
Leg hair, it just seems kind of less feminine for a woman. So I don't like leg hair. It's gross. So it's soft. Your legs will be soft like my skin. Come on. You kiss me.
Okay.
I wait for you. I love you.
So Ed asked Rose to shave her legs, obviously, and Rose didn't really know what to say because she was never told to do these things. This just doesn't happen in the Philippines. It's not part of their culture.
The next couple that we chose to analyze was Usman and Lisa. Usman and Lisa were an unlikely couple on the show due to the 20-year age gap and the difference in location. Lisa and Usman met through a mutual friend, where Usman is from Nigeria and claims to be a rapper, and Lisa is from the United States. When the couple first met, Lisa was 49 and Usman was 29, which already creates a barrier between the couple. At the end of the show, it was revealed that Usman used Lisa's citizenship to get to the United States to further his rap career. But before this, there was a lot of miscommunication between the two cultures and misunderstanding along with that. Since this show focuses mainly on cultural norms and differences, I will focus on that for their interpretation. Towards the end of the season, Lisa has trouble with Usman's mother, when she doesn't accept her into the family or the idea of her son marrying a woman confiding by different religious backgrounds. At this point, Lisa is seen balancing her options of whether to leave and take the loss with Usman or to stay and fight for Usman's mother's approval. In the first clip, Usman is describing to the audience the many ways of why his mother would not approve of Lisa, and in the second clip, Lisa states her side and her worries about her relationship with Usman due to their mother's actions.
First time I brought a woman, she is American, she's older than me, she's white. These are three things that the traditional and culture will. Yes.
I am very frustrated. I have traveled across the world to be with Usman, and at this point, our relationship could be over.
The next topic that we will focus on is the uncertainty reduction theory. Lisa and Usman discuss an issue that had been brought up about Usman's music career and how he shot a music video with another woman. Lisa did not like the video, nor the idea of Usman using another woman to portray the meaning of the song, which was supposedly supposed to be about her. So, the couple brought in Usman's friend to get a second opinion. By reaching out for this second opinion, Lisa is hoping to solve the disputes between her and Usman in their relationship. In this next clip, Lisa is going back and forth with Usman's best friend, Abba.
Taken away.
Are you serious? Lisa, you're causing a lot of trouble here.
The concept of the song is I'm 7,000 miles away. The song is about me and him. The model should not have been in the video.
You really don't understand how it works in the music industry. Are you trying to say, like, in America, they shoot music video, love songs without them?
The next couple we will be looking at is Michael and Juliana. Juliana from Brazil and Michael from Connecticut. During a yacht party in Croatia, Michael, a wine entrepreneur, spotted Juliana, who was a South American model, and instantly it was love at first sight. At this time, Juliana barely spoke English. So in a later conducted interview, which is this video clip, Juliana admits to getting Michael intoxicated as a method to bond with him.
So I couldn't speak English, and so I was trying to find a way to talk to him, like approach, be close. So I got him drunk.
Did you say you got him drunk?
Yes.
Since it was practically love at first sight, Juliana applied for a tourist visa to come to America for the first time, but the visa was denied. Since the visa was denied, Michael was committed to visiting Juliana wherever she might be in the world for at least 1 week every month because Juliana reported that they could not be apart. Next, let's peek at a video clip that shows a little more on how they saw each other through the process.
It's about 2 years, and in that time, thankfully, I had a lot of flexibility in life. I'm self-employed, so I'm very independent, and roughly, on average, about a week, a month, for the last 2 years, I'd be able to travel to see Juliana wherever she was, she was living in Milan, London, or she would come visit me when I was traveling in Asia for business. So we've got a very rich and wonderful background.
Shortly after, Michael decided he wanted to marry Juliana and be her forever and not just temporarily. So they applied for a K-1 visa, or the visa you apply for when you want to get married. Not only did the cultural barrier exist, but there's also an age gap of 20 years. Ups and downs in this relationship occurred for sure, and the tensions can be described as the relational dialectal theory. We can see these tensions rise in this video clip.
What do you think we should spend $14,000 on?
Well, I know you're me sometimes.
I mean?
Yeah.
About what?
You know, credit cards and...
Well, yeah, I was a little upset about the spending on the car, Roughly a month ago, Juliana bought an automobile on my credit card. I'm happy to help her, of course, but why the would you buy an automobile within weeks of when you're coming to America?
After jumping through hoops with intercultural communication, the couple has now been together for 2 years.
Intercultural and multilingual couples are couples in which each partner was born and raised in a different country and has a different first language. For two individuals that are from different cultural backgrounds that are forming a new romantic relationship, anything in daily life can be an adjustment or struggle. One theory that occurs in situations such as Ed and Rosa Marie, a couple from 90 Day Fiancé, would be the anxiety and uncertainty management theory. It was introduced by William Goody-Kunst to define how humans effectively communicate based on their anxiety and uncertainty in social situations. I am going to show you a small clip from 90 Day Fiancé showing possible anxiety and uncertainty by Rosa Marie and Ed. I would like you to focus on Ed's reaction in this scene. So, as we saw in this clip, Ed feels very uncomfortable with respect to how Rosa Marie's family showers and their way of life. He looks like he has anxiety and uncertainty about the situation that he's in. And there's obvious cultural differences between Ed and Rosa Marie. And Ed is not sure how to communicate that, but you can tell by his body language that he is not comfortable in the situation he is in. I felt that this clip from the show showed some of the difficulties between intercultural relationships and the communication that does and does not occur. This relationship does fulfill one of the aspects of the chosen topic by our group of intercultural communication. Thank you.
So in conclusion, the cultural differences in the show are quite evident. And not only do most of the marriages end up not following through because of these cultural barriers, the viewers get a look into the real problems when the correct strategies aren't taken to break these cultural barriers down. Almost every couple that we analyzed in the show struggled with relational dialectal therapy, including autonomy versus connection, openness versus closedness, and predictability versus novelty. Also, the stress of meeting for the first time face to face and only having 90 days to get married because someone in the relationship needs a visa back to the US makes it hard for the relationships to be successful and end in marriage.